Hello guys, Joe from Hit Hard Customs here. I thought I'd just give you all an update on what's been happening in the workshop. It's been a while. I think I've had a bit of a shuffle around since then. But as you can see, workshop is pretty packed out and there's more projects than you can actually see here. First of all, on the welding bench, not really any welding, but I've just been straightening out the front end of this Messerschmitt. I don't know if many of you know about Messerschmitts, but look them up, they're a bit of a weird car. So I've got the front end there, and I'll show you the back end in a minute. That's in the back of the C10, just a bit tight for space, so I'm using that for storage at the moment. And here we have the bubble car back panels. I was recently contacted by an owners club and a parts supplier for these BMW i-setters, and they struggle to find some of these parts. So just finished these off. They will be going off to paint very soon and then sent to the supplier, and that will be going along with the bulkheads I've produced as well. These are going to be sold in sections, and then we've also got the window sills here too. If you look there, that's just the buck. That will be going up on the shelf because I've finished with that. But again, this is another buck we've made for them, so it's good to make bucks along the way, just for reference. Here's some of the tooling. It's pretty basic, nothing over the top, no huge panel hammers. It's all on here really. I've got along this far with it. You know, it would be great to have all these luxurious tools and stuff, but to be honest with you, the one I use the most is probably this tree stump down here. If you can see it. I've made so many panels just on that, and the initial shape it makes you question sometimes. But next we have got there's the back end of the Messerschmitt. I've just had to do some lead filling work. That's been painted after I've done all the back panel and such. Here's the bubble car. I've been very fortunate for the owner to allow me to use this for templates, and while I've been using this for templates to produce the other bubble car panels, he's basically been wanting me to do the work on his Messerschmitt. It's quite strange with these two cars. They're quite a quirky niche market to be in. Bit of a coincidence how I got into it really, but it's pretty cool because they're little funky things. But yeah, very fortunate he's allowing me to just work on his Messerschmitt while I use the other one for templates. So not much progress has been happening on that at the moment. Been focusing on the Escort a lot, Mark II Escort Harrier. Unfortunately, this has got a long story behind it. The guy is second owner from new, and he was previously having some restoration work done at a garage. I'm not really sure who it was, but I'm finding I'm having to go over a lot of the work. I'm not here to pick at other people's work or just say, you know, come to me, it's the best place to come. It's just, if there's something that doesn't look right, it has to be right. If it doesn't perform right, it has to be right. And even the customer saw the way they were working. They saw him fitting panels, and he just went, no, we can't do this anymore. We're putting it out. No, you're not touching this car anymore. And it's got a lot of sentimental value to him. So it would be nice to get it all finished. At the moment, just doing the quarters on it. We didn't buy any tubs. We just repaired the tubs because to be honest, there wasn't any point in buying new tubs. It's a good reference point. We're not altering the structure of the car by leaving the original tubs in there. We're just repairing the sections. And like I said earlier, on that tree stump, just these panels alone, they were formed on there and the bead roller. So it's a cheap little thing to make. It doesn't mean supporting the whole of the car. Yes, I've got bracing in there to stop the roof falling in, but that's because I'm taking structure out of both the sides. It's nice to have that bit of reinforcement there. But just recently finishing off the inside vent of the C-pillar. So a couple more bits I need to spot weld onto that, and it can go straight on. Finish welding it up, get it all sealed up, and that's done. And then we'll move further onto the front, along with the doors and the floor on this side. And what else have we got? We got the 51 Chevy truck. this isn't a great deal of a project. It's just making it safe for the road. And I don't mean restoring it as how they were there. It's more safe for modern times. By putting disc brakes on the front and a brake booster, it's just going to be more comfortable for the customer to drive it. We're not going to be doing a chassis swap or anything like that. It's just going to be little tweaks here and there, just so it's more appealing to his eye. Something that he can just go to and think, yeah, that's how I want it. Not gonna overtake this project. Not gonna go too far with it. He just wants to drive it a couple days a year, and you know, there's no point going all out show car for that. Although, to be honest, he'll be driving it a lot more than some of these show cars do. A lot of these trailer queens, but yeah. Again, not too much on that. Just working on the back end at the moment. Just some basically mechanical work. This has had an engine swap at some point, and it's been rushed, is the best way to put it. They've come across problems and they've solved those problems, but we want it to be more appealing to the eye in there, and you know, the customer to be happy with it. There's a few things that have been overlooked. I won't go too much into it again, but yeah, it's just a few little bits on that, and that'll be ready to come. Then we've got the C10 here. Basically, little project along the way. I think you might have seen I made a few little bits and pieces for this. This adds a lot of damage to the front, so straightened all that out now. I've currently been making the trims, if you can see there, because when we got it, this actually had some of this flimsy plastic trim. I guess it's a quick fix, but in the heat it would just bow. So you'd look at it on a hot day and your trim doesn't line up, but on a cold day it's all straight, and that just doesn't suit me. So change that straight away for a lot more of a solid. And as well, if you notice on this cut, there's not many parallel lines apart from heading straight forward horizontally, but vertically, like for instance this window line, it has a slant on it. So when fixing these trims, we didn't want to have any hidden fixings, because I don't know, we just wanted that little bit more of a bit of touch to give it a bit more detail. So by matching the line of the window, it's not a great deal of a thing to do, but if you just look here, you might be able to see that the fixings are actually at the same angle to line up with what's on the window there. So it's just little touches like that. But yeah, this is on air ride. Goes down pretty low. It does look cool, and after putting these Boyd wheels on there, definitely made it. If you saw how we collected it, it's very different. Yeah, anything to say. But apart from that, not much else. Got a steering rack over here. Don't know if any of you have seen the 65 Mustang convertible I was doing, but this is just so I can run through all the fittings and lines. We're going to go for high pressure Teflon PTFE lines. So I'm just running through all the fittings. Got schematics there that I've got to run through and just make sure it's done right, because we wanted to build it once and that's it. The customer, well, the owner of the car is actually finishing off the build. It's nice to see customers involved in the projects, but when it comes to a hurdle that they struggle to cross, that's when I step in, and I honestly don't mind doing that, because it's quite enjoyable to see them carry on their passion for cars. Like myself, we all started like that. But yeah, that's about it. So if you want to have any more updates, or you want to know a bit more, feel free to drop me a message. Follow along. I'm going to try and keep you all updated on any progress that happens, and anything else you'd want to see. Let me know, and it would be great to do that for you. All right. So I'll see you all later. Goodbye.